Hey, it's November 23rd, 2010. I've been on testosterone for 14 weeks. Um, Let me just, I guess, catch you up on what's been going on. I've had a lot of stuff go on in the past few weeks. At work, we've got a lot more work to do now because we got more things in to do, but not enough people to do them, so it's kind of hectic. And figuring out all the schedules and stuff kind of sucks a little bit, but we're getting it done. I work with a good group of people. So, other than that, I also had a new nephew born. He's about 2 weeks old now. And I also found out that my thyroid hormone level is not right yet. So I'm gonna have to get a higher dose of thyroid hormone, but I don't know what dose that is yet. So I guess we'll see where that goes. I guess my thyroid stimulating hormone is still too high. I also got an ultrasound done on my thyroid gland last Friday. Still don't know anything yet, so hopefully nothing bad is there. Let's see. As far as changes that I've noticed, something that I noticed a few days ago, because I had one of my pets that I really was attached to, even though I only had her for a little over a month. She was a little baby goat. It was so cute. She was only 1 pound and 7 ounces when she was born. She was one of 3. And, well, she died. And, the way I reacted was way different than when animals have died before. Because usually when one of my pets die, I just cry a lot. And this time, I think I cried a little bit, but my initial reaction was I wanted to punch stuff. I wanted to break stuff. I didn't. I punched the door, but I just wanted to break stuff, and I find that very interesting because I've never had that reaction to being sad before. I've always just cried. So that was interesting. And now that I'm on a higher dose of testosterone, I'm doing it every week instead of every other week. I notice also that I have more zits, which is not a fun part, but you gotta take the good with the bad. Bad with the good, whatever, however that saying goes. So, and it's weird places that I didn't really get them before. It would be like on my upper arms and my shoulder and my back. It's kind of hard to scrub that area by yourself. Anyway. And then I notice I've got more hairs coming in dark. They're just creeping upward, outward, inward, everywhere. Just getting hair everywhere. Which is fine. Whatever. And, guys are hairy, right? Hairy, I think I'm gonna be hairier than most guys, like a freaking gorilla. That's okay, I guess. I like chimps, right? Oh yeah, something that I find kind of hilarious, but also kind of depressing, is singing. I like to sing, and, I can usually hit a pretty good range of notes, but now if I try to go up above, I don't know, not even very high notes, just try to go up a little bit, my voice cracks and I sound like I sound like a dying seagull, to be honest. I've never really heard a dying seagull, but if you can imagine a seagull dying, I think that that is what I sound like. Maybe even worse than that. So, I try to just sing alone. Not with anybody around. I don't want to break anybody's ears. Yeah, so that kind of sucks, but it's kind of funny at the same time. Because it's just weird. And it changes from day to day. Like, some days I can hit the higher notes, and some days it's like, there's no way in hell that it's going to happen. I cannot hit those notes. And, it's pretty funny. And then something else I've noticed is just being in public feels a little bit different. I'm very self-conscious because I'm afraid, I don't know, I just don't like being perceived as female. I never have. And I have problems sometimes with binding because sometimes when I wear my binder, it squishes your chest, and I have problems breathing sometimes. I have asthma from my allergies, and I freak out when it's too tight because it feels like I can't breathe. I guess I'm not really claustrophobic, except when something's squishing my chest, which really freaking sucks, because gotta hide those things somehow, right? Anyway, I'm very self-conscious about my chest, because most guys don't have boobs. And, but the last couple weeks, maybe last week or so, it was Friday when I got my ultrasound, I didn't put a binder on because, I was going to get an ultrasound, and I don't want to have to worry about taking this stupid thing off if it constricted my breathing for some reason. And plus I was going to the doctor under my female name and my female gender marker, so I don't appear very female, so I didn't want people to go, "That's not you." Be like, "Yes, it is." Anyway, so I went up to the desk, and I had filled out the paperwork that the woman asked me to fill out, and I went back to turn it in, and there was a guy up there, and he called me sir several times. Even after he looked at my paperwork, he was still calling me sir. And then he said that he even acknowledged my female name, but said it was under, I guess he thought it was somebody else's name, and called me sir again, and I was just like, it just kind of cracks me up a little bit. That's fine though, it's fine. And then later I went to the bakery in the small town near where I live, and no binder and anything, and the lady at the counter called me sir, or whatever. She called me a guy, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, so I'm getting read as male even if I'm not, even if I have boobs. I'm a dude with boobs, I guess, until I get them removed. And, yeah, so in public, I guess I'm a little more comfortable, but I tend to notice that people who are older and people who are not in the city as much see me as a guy. People who are younger and I guess more, I don't know, knowledgeable about different kinds of people seem to see that I'm female, but maybe not as much anymore now that my voice is different and something about me looks different. I don't really know what it is, but it's something. Yeah, so Something else that bothers me has nothing at all to do with transitioning or anything like that. Just something that bothers me is daylight savings time. I don't like it. I don't like it. You go, it's nice and bright out in the afternoon and whatever, and then you go to getting home from work and bam, it's dark 30 minutes later. I want to go outside and play, man. It's not fair. Anyway, I'll see you next time.